All right, folks, we are back and ready to go here against the Klaw. So we are using the same deck. I'm using, again, my favorite modular set for each of the villains in the core set. And with the Klaw, I've recently discovered a real love for the modular set. Let's see if we can find a card from it here. The Wrecking Crew. So we're going to be going against Klaw with the Wrecking Crew. I really like this combo because the Klaw always brings out at least one minion, right, when you flip this first main scheme right away. We're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck looking for a minion. This is going to put a lot of pressure on our sort of set up Black Cat build because we're going to have two side schemes and a minion to deal with right away. But we'll see how Spider-Man can do facing these classic Marvel Champions villains. So, join me for Spider-Man versus the Klaw. All right, I'm just shuffling really good because I don't want to draw 4 Wrecking Crew members immediately because I'll just rage quit, you know how it is. All right. What have I done here? I've moved the villain camera. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let's look for our minion here. We have an assault, a weapons runner. Wow, that is beautiful and exactly the kind of thing we want to see. Counter deck, counter discard, our side schemes, we're ready to go. All right, let's shuffle our deck because all I did was scoop all the cards into a pile, which means there's a big chunk of Black Cat with a whole lot of upgrades. And we don't necessarily want to draw those all at once. We want to sort of spread them out turn after turn. So you saw there we had White Tiger and Maria Hill in this deck as well. And you can see the deck list over here on the side. I should have mentioned that in the first video. But Professor X is also in this deck. So he's going to be key, I think, for us having enough time to set up to deal with the Klaw. I don't think we're going to be able to jump into Black Cat mode right away. We're going to kind of have to clean up the board a little bit. This is a great minion to have out there with Spider Tracer that might let us eliminate one of these side schemes right away. Probably Defense Network, but maybe the Immortal Claw as well. Opening hand of 6 cards, and here we go. So we've got a side-by-side, a sidearm, and get ready, a web shooter, an inspiring presence, and an inspired. Wow, is this trash for us. Let's get rid of Inspiring Presence, Inspired, Get Ready Sidearm, and Side by Side, and keep our Web Shooter just for a little bit of board setup, and we'll draw some more cards. This is much better. Black Cat, Side by Side, Professor X, Genius, perfect, and Endurance. So this is really great, because this lets us stay down the first turn if we want to, which seems like it might be pretty ideal. So let's see what we're going to do here. We are going to right away spend Genius and Side by Side to play Professor X. He's going to come into play and confuse the villain. That is not a hero response, which is great news for us. He gets discarded at the end of the round, so maybe we don't want to stay down. We just want to let him soak a Klaw attack. I think that's probably the better move here. I have not used Peter's ability yet, so I will use his ability to play a web shooter. We will then flip up, because that is a hero resource. We will use one web tracer, and exhaust web tracer, using our tokens like real adults. Sorry, y'all have to use me. Get used to me using tokens like that again. So we used our web shooter, and we'll use our endurance to play Black Cat. We'll discard the top 2 cards of our deck. We hit 1 mental. It's a Spider Sense, so that doesn't hurt. Lets us get set up here a little bit. So what do we want to do? Do we care about the weapons runner hitting us for 1? I don't think we do. I think we'd rather work on things. So let's use Professor X to get rid of the Immortal Claw right away. So that's going to remove 10 HP from Klaw, which feels just dandy. I think we're going to use Black Cat and Spidey. Doing it again, to thwart for 2, just to get this defense network under control. Black Cat is going to take 1 consequential from that, but we know we have a bunch of things that are going to increase her life later. We're going to stop there. We're going to hold on to Spider Sense, because there's some really gross Wrecking Crew things, and we're going to draw back up to 5. So here we have a side-by-side, an Honorary Avenger, Power Gloves, an Honorary Avenger, and an Enhanced Spider Sense. Let's ready up all of our thingamabobs and go to the Klaw's turn. So the Klaw is going to get 1 threat on the main scheme. He's going to attack us for 1 and get an extra boost card. In case you forgot, that's Klaw's thing. Extra variability, extra boost cards on attacks. We're going to defend with Professor X. We will draw a card from Spidey Sense because he declares the attack against us. It's an Aunt May. Good reason to flip down soon. And Professor X is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, and there goes the bulldozer. Damage. Go right to our discard pile so we can get him back on our next deck pass. Little Weapons Runner is going to hit us for 1 because he's little teeny weeny. Let's take our 1 damage. We don't really care about that. And we get an encounter card. It is Pile Driver, a giant guy. Retaliate 1, villainous, and 6 HP. Wow, that was a thing we didn't need. That's okay. Everything is fine. I think. Maybe. We could take a couple attacks to the face. So let's get our turn underway. We are going to use Web Shooter to play an Aunt May. Just get that set up for future reference. Let's put an Honorary Avenger on Black Cat. And another Honorary Avenger on... You know what? Yeah, let's do it on Spidey. He could use extra health over here. Making room in my camera view. Oh, egads. These 2 2s will turn into a 5. Okay. So we're at 10 of 11 HP. Feels pretty good. We need to get rid of some things. And we need to do it soon. Let's use Side by Side to play Power Gloves. So after we attack or thwart, we can deal a damage to an enemy. So we could get rid of Defense Network right now. I don't know if that's the move. I think we definitely get rid of Weapons Runner. Let's just start taking less pressure on us. We can flip down safely, so maybe we just thwart Defense Network. This guy's villainous, so maybe we can't flip down safely. Arg! What is life here? I think Black Cat is going to thwart and take a second consequential to get rid of Defense Network. And Power Gloves is going to let her ping something for 1, so we'll just start working on Pile Driver. We may as well. Do we feel like flipping down and burning that Confused right now? It does set us up for a really big turn next turn. If we draw an advance, we're getting another minion either way. It's probably something large. We'd really like to draw into a Swinging Web Kick, so I think we're going to discard Enhanced Spider Senses and flip down. We will heal to full health with Aunt May. I know it's only 1 hit point, but 1 hit point could be all the difference right now. That's an arrow counter. Interesting. 11. Here we go. We're going to ready everything up. We're going to draw our 6 cards and hope that they're good. We do get a Spider Tracer. We get a Suit Up. 4, 5, 6. So the problem with Suit Up is we cannot grab Sidekick since Black Cat is already in play. But we could grab like a Maria Hill and get some nice chump blocks and things like that. So we're going to take 1 threat, burn a Confused, and Pile Driver is going to scheme for 2, 3, 4, and he is going to flip that main scheme right away. Ah, what an obnoxious prick. All right. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Oh, thank goodness it's a Weapons Runner, or an Armored Guard. We're going to flip this over. We've now got 8 threat to work with on our board, but boy, do we have annoying things out there. Great time to have a Spider Tracer, huh, Spider-Man? Not really. Not really. Okay, do we want to Suit Up? I don't think we care about Webbed Up, so yeah, we're going to Suit Up with Peter's ability here. Let's go search for an ally. And I think we will grab a Maria Hill. Or will we grab a White Tiger? What do we got in our hand that we can play? Not a ton. Let's just grab a Maria Hill for... Well, White Tiger draws us 2 cards. We can get a Sky Cycle, too. That feels pretty good. Let's get a White Tiger and a Sky Cycle. Those are both in our deck, so I'm going to reshuffle our deck. I'm putting them down over here in between the 2 cameras. Sorry, so y'all can't see. Those are going to get added to our hand, and away we go. Bingo, bango. Okay, we are going to flip up, most certainly, because we've done everything we can do in Alter Ego form. Draw all our cards, and see what this shenanigans is going to turn into. We will spend our last counter on Web Shooter. along with Enhanced Spider Sense and Backflip to play a White Tiger. She's going to draw us 2 cards because we're in stage 2. She's going to need a ready counter over here. We like our White Tiger with a ready counter. So I could Swinging Web Kick the villain, or the Pile Driver, just to get rid of him. I can also set him up to be defeated with like only 1 Retaliate. And then, well, we don't need to Spider Tracer him, right? I still think the right move is let's play a Sky Cycle on Black Cat. We will have Black Cat, who has 1 attack currently, attack the Armored Guard. And then our Power Gloves will ping 1 onto Pile Driver. We will ready her with Sky Cycle, have her attack the Armored Guard for 1 yet again. Oh, I am out of 1 tokens here. And she will put 1 onto Pile Driver, so we've got him at 3. She is an Avenger, so we will use... Did I put Suit Up in the discard pile? I might not have used my Suit Up. Oh, I did. I drew a second one. Okay, we'll use a second Suit Up to play Inspiring Presence, which will heal Black Cat for 1 and ready her. She will attack the Armored Guard 1 more time. Actually, she'll attack Klaw 1 time. And use her Power Gauntlets to hit Pile Driver. This is going to let us use White Tiger to take out Pile Driver, avoiding Retaliate, which feels great. He does not have Victory. That sucks. We will take 1 consequential on White Tiger. Hey, we have actual 1s again. Nope, nope, that's an arrow. I'm going to do that so many times today. We've got a Swinging Web Kick left that does basically nothing. I think Spider-Man's going to take care of this Armored Guard. Let's just get a completely clear board state so that we can do what we want to do on our next turn. So let's ready everybody up. Get ready for Mr. Klaw's attack. I'm going to discard this Swinging Web Kick because I'd rather draw into a Backflip in my 5 cards. I've only seen 1 so far, and we got 1. We didn't have to discard it, but, you know, we did what we did. We made a choice. All right, 1 threat going on there for the villain. We are going to draw a card, and we are not going to defend, right, because we have Backflip. We have Sidekick in hand, thank goodness. So Klaw's going to attack us for 1 with 2 boosts. We are not going to defend. It's 1. If this activation damages you, exhaust your hero, and an advance. Wow, he's attacking us for 1, and I am still going to Backflip it to avoid exhausting. We get an encounter card. It is an Illegal Arms Factory. Oh no, 4 threat. My fear face is on. Alright, we've got crazy shenanigans at this point, I think. Let's go ahead and use Webbed Up to equip Sidekick to Black Cat. That's just going to give her extra HP for now, and if we ever recover, which we won't as Spider-Man because of Aunt May, we could do crazy shenanigans things. I think that White Tiger is going to off herself getting rid of 2 threat here. And then it's awkward, but I really don't want to deal with that hazard card. So Black Cat's going to take a consequential, and Spider-Man are going to thwart for 2 to get rid of Illegal Arms Factory. We're going to ready Black Cat. She's going to attack for 1, 2 with her base attack and her Powered Gloves. And we'll spend the other 3 on a Swinging Web Kick just to do 8 more damage. So we've got Klaw down to 7. We are all exhausted out. We are staying in hero form for now because we're basically, yeah, we are at full health. And it's the villain's turn. Oh, we got to draw our cards. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1 card left in our deck. So the villain gets its threat. He's going to attack us with 2 boost cards. We are going to draw the last card in our deck, which is going to deal us an encounter card. We didn't have that happen with Rhino. What is this shenanigans? One of the if you take damage, you get exhausted cards is gone. How safe do I feel not defending? I guess it depends if I have a side-by-side in my hand or not. So let's look at our hand and see. I don't think we have any backflips left. We don't. We also don't have a side-by-side, so I think we're going to exhaust to defend. Claw's going to hit us for 1, 2, only 2. We take no damage. Thank goodness. We've got our lovely 2 encounter cards here. Should we go with number 1 or number 2? 1 or 2? We'll do 2 first. It's a weapons runner, so he is more than 1 encounter card. He is, in fact, 2 encounter cards. And we get a top talent, Hinder 2. The villain and each elite minion gain Retaliate 1, and that has 5 threat on it. Gross. Retaliate is a thing I don't need on Klaw right now. And we get a gang up, so he is going to attack us again. We'll draw a card. It is, again, not a backflip. We have no one to defend for us, so we're just going to face tank this one, and he's going to hit us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, wish we had defended that one. Brutal. Okay, well, that was a turn. It happened. Let's get a suit up for a Spider Tracer onto this weapons runner. We will use a swinging web kick and a web shooter to play a Maria Hill and draw a card. Hey, it's a side-by-side. This is actually pretty ideal. So we're going to use our last 2 resources. Oh no, we have to exhaust Black Cat first. So she has 1 attack. So she will attack and use powered gauntlets to eliminate the weapons runner. That's going to let us trigger Spider Sensor and remove 3 threat from here. So she is exhausted. We can thwart with Maria Hill. Uh-oh. I don't have enough ready exhaust. Oh, they're right here. Thwart with Maria Hill to finish off that side scheme because we never need to see that ever again. We can pay 2 to play side-by-side, readying our hero and our sidekick. We're going to give them both... Oh, do I give them +1 or do I heal Spider-Man? I think I give them both +1. So Spider-Man can clear the main scheme. Black Cat has +1 attack, so 1, 2, 3 with her powered gloves. We'll ready her with the Sky Cycle and swing for 3 more yet again. So the villain is down to 1. There is no threat on the main scheme. We are exhausted, but we're going to flip down and use Aunt May to heal for 4. Just get ourselves an extra card so we can swing in and finish this game next turn. Alright, let's draw our 6 cards. We've got Inspiring Presence, Webbed Up, Genius, Suit Up, Side by Side, and Swinging Web Kick. So only 2 readies for our Black Cat, but she also doesn't have Inspired or Sidearm yet, so yeah. Alright, 1 threat going on the main scheme. Klaw is going to scheme for 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. This would be a classic game for us to draw and advance on. Nope, it's a Sonic Boom. Either spend 1 of each resource or exhaust each character you control. Well, we have a side-by-side in our hand. So I don't know if we care about just exhausting all of our characters. We'll do that. Is it exhaust each character? It is each character. Wow, it's been a while. Okay. It's our go. What does Spidey want to do with his 1 resource? For first, let's use Aunt May and just get to that full HP. We're up to 11 because we have not played Endurance yet. We do have a Suit Up. Is that useful? I think it is. So we're going to use Peter's ability and a Webbed Up to play Suit Up. Let's go find an Inspired and a White Tiger. Shuffle our deck. Place here. We are going to flip up to Spider-Man form and figure out what shenanigans we want to do here. So first, do we want to play White Tiger? Removing threat right now would be real nice. I'm not going to worry about killing him this turn, so I'm going to play an Inspired with my Swinging Web Kick. Then we're going to use Genius to play Side by Side. That is going to ready these 2, and I'm going to give them both +1/+1 to their stats. So Black Cat is now a 3/3. So I will have her thwart once, taking 1 consequential. But again, we have 3, 4, 5 HP, so we're okay. She's going to remove 3 threat and then ping for 1 with Klaw. Klaw is going to gain toughness 22 wicked HP points, and just has his same ability. Beefed up stats, though. I think we will... Spidey has 3 attack. Black Cat has 3 thwart. Let's use Black Cat, ready her, and use her once more to thwart. Just get the threat down to 0. She'll ping for 1 to get rid of that toughness with her powered gloves. We will use Inspiring Presence to heal 1 from Black Cat and ready her. This time she's going to attack for a straight up 4. Spidey has 3 attacks, so he'll attack for a straight up 3. And there we go. We are down to 15 HP. No threat on the main scheme with a chump blocker. I'm feeling pretty good here, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what cards we got. Endurance, Sidearm, 2 enhanced Spidey senses, and an energy. So it really wants us to go slow. We're going to get 1 threat on the main scheme. Klaw is going to attack us with 2 boost cards, and Maria Hill is here to face tank it. She's going to take 4 damage and get sent to our discard pile. We are going to get an encounter card. It is a Thunderball. He has Villainous. Forced response. After Thunderball attacks you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Well, Little Black Cat is not a fan of that. And then it's our turn to go. All right, let's use an Enhanced Spider Sense to put a Sidearm on Black Cat. So she is now up to 1, 2, 3 attack, 2 thwart, with a Pew Pew from Power Gloves, which doesn't feel too bad. She has a built-in ready, so she could attack for 3 and 4 and get rid of Thunderball. I don't see any problem with that. Let's put an Endurance on Spider-Man. Go up to 14 HP. So we'll have Black Cat attack for 3 plus 1, ready, and attack for 3 plus 1 onto the villain this time. I'm playing Power Gloves, right? That card's crazy good. I forgot how good that card is. He's down to 14. Spider-Man will hit him for 2 more. We have gotten rid of Thunderball, so thank goodness he's gone. And we're ready to ready everything up. We're going to keep this Spidey Sense in hand and draw the rest of our cards. We get 1, 2, 4. We have a backflip and 2 get readies. This is the end game here. So he is going to attack us with 2. We're going to draw our Spidey Sense card. It's a backflip. We'll just use it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets an encounter card. It's an Underfire. Jokes. He gets 2 encounter cards. It's an Assault, so he's going to attack us again, but we have a second backflip in our hand. This time, let's wait and see how much damage we take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can face tank 6. That's fine. We might want to save backflip for something else. You never know. Like a second Assault. No. Combined effort. Each elite minion in play activates against the player it's controlled with. If no minions are activated, this card gains Surge. I love cards like that. Surge when they don't do anything. Master Plan. Ooh. Do we get one? We get none. So we are going to place an acceleration token. Master Plan has whiffed, which I think is going to give us the game because we have 2 get readies with Black Cat. Let's see if we can just finish it off with this feline friend. All right. We have side by side too. Yeah, so we'll attack for 2. 3, 4, 5 plus 6 from Gauntlets. We will use our 2 get readies to play side by side, healing both and giving them both +1. So Spidey will attack for 3. Black Cat will attack for 5 more. Bingo bango. Klaw is defeated. So going pretty good on our first day back to recording. So this is super fun, as always. I'm going to tear down here and set up Ultron with my favorite mod for Ultron. And it'll be interesting to see how this works because I think we're really going to need to rely on Power Gloves coming out pretty early with Black Cat so she can take care of like 2 drones at once. But we'll see how it goes when we're back.